trees and bushes disappearing around campus, I went around and asked students how they felt about that. More on that coming up.
In case you didn't know, we'll be plunged into darkness in 2 weeks. Stay tuned to learn more. Two sets of sisters are defying odds and competing against and with each other. More on that later in sports. Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of Nightly News. I'm Lexia Gianpolous. Today is International Forest Day, so consider spending some time among the trees today. Speaking of some time with the trees, I'm sure many of you have noticed some changes in the landscape around campus. Many trees and bushes are being cut down around North Village, the dining hall, and even Furman Lake. We sent Ryan Lamb around campus to get your opinions on this spring cleaning.
This is one of many spots that Furman ground crews have been working on. I went around campus to ask a couple of students about their opinions. Morgan, how do you feel about the recent landscaping projects going on across Furman's campus?
I'm not a fan. I don't like all the dirt outside the DH. It smells bad and kind of makes me sad. I just miss the stuff that used to be there. Same with the trees that were alongside the lake. I miss those. They were really pretty.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Morgan.
And I live in J, so I do like to take walks around the areas, and it's just not great to see all the trees being cut down. It takes away from nature.
We reached out to Facility Services to find out if this was a part of the ongoing tree removal and replacement that's been going on across campus. As of now, we have yet to hear back from them to confirm this. I'm Ryan Lamb, and you're watching Nightly News.
Thanks, Ryan. We really hope what is cut down will be replaced and look just as beautiful. We have a little over a month before the semester ends, so now is the perfect time to embark on your professional development journey by brushing up on some resumes or looking into a summer job. Let's go to Esmie for more on that.
Thinking about the future can be scary. For some of us, it is almost unimaginable to imagine life outside of Furman. Despite this fear of the unknown, it is never too late or too early to start embarking on your professional development journey. I'm here in Trone Suite 209 to uncover some of the hidden resources that will help you set yourself up for success after Furman. First, set up an appointment with the Malone Center for Career Engagement or the Internship Office.
The Malone Center offers a variety of different appointments available to students, including a peer review appointment, which I offer students as a career ambassador looking over resumes and LinkedIn profiles. Additionally, we also offer resume appointments, LinkedIn review appointments, interview prep, mock interview appointments, graduate school research and opportunities for appointments.
Also, you can check out Handshake, a personally curated job posting board in the Furman Internship database for access to hundreds of opportunities. International students can utilize Going Global, an employment resources toolkit curated with everything you need to find a job or internship at home or even abroad.
It's really helpful in kind of clarifying H-1B regulations and guidelines for international students.
And if you're still looking for more resources, the Malone Center's official career guide is your one-stop shop to professional development. Here, you'll find step-by-step instructions on how to write a resume, a cover letter, prepare for an interview, and so much more.
So yeah, this is our career guide. Maddie in our office worked very, very hard to put this together. And it's basically just a comprehensive guide of some of the things that we talked about quickly here. But
you can find this guide and so many more resources on the Malone Center's website. For the Nightly News, I'm Esmie Fernandez.
To schedule an appointment with the Malone Center, go to furman.joinhandshake.com and log in with your student credentials. The Furman University Car Club served a temporary suspension earlier this semester because of an alleged reckless driving on Altamont Road near campus, and Micah Robinson has that story.
There has recently been controversy between Furman University and the car club in regards to speeding and reckless driving. We get an insider of what the club members think about the recent disputes.
So when we first found out that we had been taken off the campus through SGA, I was kind of taken aback. The reason for why we had been removed as a club was kind of vague. The only reason we were really told was that there was a complaint made about us driving unsafe and irresponsibly. As we got further and further into the situation, we realized it was kind of something where the neighbors had complained, and instead of going through the right authority to take care of the problem, they decided to write an email to President Davis, and as the head of the school, she really had no choice but to go ahead and deal with the situation.
There have been limits set on what the car club can and cannot do, even though the car club makes sure all rules are followed and safety precautions are set in place. One of the rules included is that the car club's social media team can only post a standstill shot of the cars, but this prevents viewers to see actual movement of the vehicles.
We previously did have like organized cruises and such, but we never went on Paris Mountain, and pretty much the only organized stuff was at the drag strip, which is completely legal, and we made sure that we had like all the safety measures in check with wearing helmets and all that stuff.
So the new rules set in place basically prohibiting us from doing anything that is reckless in nature, which by broad definition is driving in and of itself. So we're no longer going to be allowed to go drag racing, or we're going to be able to do any organized cruises or events like that. So everything in the future is going to have to be either stationary or a primarily social event.
This is Micah Robinson reporting for Nightly News.
On Friday, the world of Junior Amanda McCabe made an argument for a 4-day school week.
I think it's important to share your voice on speech day because you're allowed to go outside of your comfort zone and talk about things in an environment where you wouldn't always do that.
Professor of Communication and event organizer Dr. Camille Lewis loves what the students bring to the podium.
I really like to hear students about the issues they care about the poetry they've written. I just love to hear it from students. Whatever they want to talk about. It's just awesome.
One of the passionate students that spoke up was Katie Watkins. Katie's personal experiences led her to this moment, reciting a speech by Attorney General in the Obama administration, Loretta Lynch, who spoke out against the discrimination against transgender communities in North Carolina.
It was important for me to give a speech, especially today, because my little brother is transgender. And talking about a speech or giving a speech that supports transgender people, I think is really crucial, especially on days like today. And it's about the founding ideals that have led this country, haltingly but inexorably, in the direction of fairness, inclusion, and equality.
I know it's hard for a lot of us to speak up in front of people, but it's also important to do so. So if you're interested in sharing your voice next year, keep a lookout for World Speech Day flyers around campus, or reach out to Dr. Lewis for more information. Speaking of your voices being heard, our Jada Walker trailed the Furman Justice Forum to DC to lobby Congress on Native American boarding school.
Hey everybody, come with me as I travel to DC with the Furman Justice Forum to lobby Congress. So the flight from Greenville to DC is about an hour. So we arrive to DC and then we head straight out to get our luggage, and now we are, walking outside to the shuttle to wait for our transportation. And as we wait for our transportation, Xavier is right there smiling, and then as soon as we get to the hotel, I go straight to sleep. Now here on day 2 is where all of the action happens. So we head down to the main lobby so we can do a lot of sessions about lobbying Congress and understand the importance of that. As you can see right here, look at all the cute things they have on the table, and now we go in and sit and wait for the panel. So this whole day was about a total of 6 hours just training to learn how to lobby Congress. And then after that, we headed to the metro to go to a cute little restaurant downtown. This Mexican restaurant was super cute. The food was really yummy, but you guys, I actually tried a grasshopper taco, and you're about to watch me and Xavier eat this grasshopper taco. As you can see, that was pure disgusting, and for the day I was just over it, and we'll just reconvene tomorrow. So the next day was full of more sessions and full of just learning how to lobby Congress and doing some social media training on healing injustice. So as you can see, me and this group of people, we are about to come together and take a picture and just really understand the importance of lobbying Congress and healing injustice. Look at me, my cute friends that I made. And then after this day was over, we go back to the metro, and this is where we decide that we're going to do a little bit exploring around DC. So we actually head to the main entrance of downtown, or the heart of downtown, where the monuments are and different attractions. So as you can see, we go to the Washington Monument. That was so fun, you guys. I've actually never been, so it was really fun. And then right now we're just doing a little walking around, exploring. The weather was so nice, and it just felt so good to be outside and walking around and just exploring the different attractions. Everyone is having a great time, and look how cute these lovely trees are. And then we head back home, and we just end the day on that note. And then the next day, it's the last day, and we head to the Capitol to go and lobby Congress. This is actually fun. So we actually go to different senator office in South Carolina to basically lobby them on Native American boarding schools and say, hey, it's time for you to sign this bill and start the bill on this adventure. So this is what we basically do. We train, and then we go and we get pictures taken, and it was just a fun ferry trip. So this is how I lobby Congress.
This was my day, well, not my day, but this was my week in DC, lobbying Congress and exploring. Hope you enjoyed.
Wow, Jada, way to advocate for change. To learn more about lobbying in Native American boarding school, you can visit fcnl.org. Furman singers have been making joyful noise on campus for over 70 years. The ensemble is composed of 60 students, both male and female. Over spring break, the choir went on tour, performing in many cities in the Southeast. Here on campus throughout the year, they bring the community together through song and performances. Anna Clifford and Alex Lister say the group finds harmony despite their different backgrounds.
There are a lot of music majors and Furman singers, but it's definitely not limited to only music majors. We have quite a few people who are not majoring in music, and even some people who don't take voice lessons at all.
I think when you make music with other people, it's just this really special connection that you can't really find anywhere else. So like knowing that I get to do something so special with people who are also so special it's really comforting.
If you want to make melodies with Furman singers, contact Dr. Gusakuma to audition. In just 2 weeks, we get to witness a celestial phenomenon that has captivated humans for centuries. Joanna Lunsford has the story.
Ouch! Just kidding, but you don't want that to be you on Monday, April 8th, because there will be a total solar eclipse. Regular glasses like these will not protect your eyes, so be sure to order your solar glasses soon. Only certain places will get an eclipse's full show.
Hi, today I'm here with Sophie. Did you know that there will be a solar eclipse on April 8th?
I had no idea.
Well, now that you do you have any plans for it?
I'm gonna tan.
Sounds fun. Today I'm here with
Bob.
Annie.
Tom.
Did y'all know that there's a solar eclipse happening on April 8th?
Yes.
I did.
Partial.
I read it in the paper.
Do you have any plans for it?
Just to watch probably a little bit of it, yeah.
Okay.
Get our glasses out.
Do you have your solar glasses prepared?
Somewhere. I got them somewhere.
You gotta go dig them out.
From the last one, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, wow. Did you know there's a solar eclipse happening on April 8th?
I didn't know it was on April 8th, but I did know there was one coming up.
So, do you have any plans for it?
I personally do not, no.
Did you know you need to order some solar glasses so you don't burn your retina?
I have some in my room actually because there was a solar eclipse not too long ago and I got to spend that one with my family.
That's so exciting. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Kelton.
Did you know there's a solar eclipse happening on April 8th?
I did know that.
So, what are your plans for it?
Well, I like to gather with some cool people and watch it.
That's cool. Hi, what's your name?
Blake.
Did you know there's a solar eclipse happening on April 8th?
I did know, but I was surprised when I found out. Yeah.
Did you order your solar glasses yet?
I haven't.
You need to get on that.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
The last solar eclipse was in August 2017. However, this eclipse is more special because the moon is predicted to appear just a bit larger in the sky as it lies closer to the Earth than it did in 2017.
We're nearing, this is, say, 99.9% total eclipse. Well, it's still daylight. You see a lot of light. And in the last waning moments, it builds up to 99.9. And as that happens, suddenly the sun goes from the light of, say, 400 full moons, which is a lot of light, to dark. And then that's very dramatic. That's the reason you go to see a total eclipse.
As you can see here, we have the highest opportunity to view this eclipse, as Greenville will get to view 80% of the eclipse. To be in the direct path, you will have to travel a little further west, as in Arkansas and Ohio, which are in the path of totality.
The eclipse is expected to happen between noon and 4 p.m. You don't want to miss out on this exciting experience because it is a rare occurrence. I'm Joanna Lunsford, reporting for the Nightly News.
Thanks, Joanna. I better order my solar glasses. As the semester progresses, the Data Science and Machine Learning Club is having a Data Mania competition. Everyone is welcome to join in teams of 2. This is a great way to learn about data functions and how to analyze a data set.
Hey everyone, as we know and as the world talks about how learning by doing is the best way to learn, that's certainly true in CS, and competitions and internships are probably the best ways to do it. We are having a competition, the Data Mania, here on campus that starts on 23rd of March on a Friday. It's gonna be a really fun experience for me, and I'm really looking forward to analyzing a bunch of data.
This should be a very educational and fun competition. We'll introduce you to the winners next week. Saturday is Furman's Greek Day of Service. If you would like to get involved, there will be 3 different events that members of the Greek community can help with. From 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., people can sort donations at Berea First Baptist Church. From 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can volunteer at the Miracle Hill Thrift Store. And from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., volunteers can help out at the Furman Farm.
We are doing this primarily to get Greek life connected with organizations across Greenville, but also just to support the Greenville community in a bunch of different ways that we can.
Check with your Panhellenic and IFC representatives to get the link to sign up. One of the best parts of the Furman campus is the strong, loving, unwavering sense of community and family, something that was definitely prominent last week. Blythe Novick has the story.
This past Thursday, the Furman community participated in the annual Run for Caro event. Caroline Smith passed away in April of 2019 due to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. A friend to all, she left an indelible mark on our campus.
This event is a way to bring the whole Furman community together to not only raise awareness for cardiac health, but to also remember Caroline Smith.
Caroline's mother wants to change the statistics, so she met with a doctor in sports medicine who shared the same vision and passion for spreading cardiac health.
Why don't we catch them ahead of time and have the kids tested before they participate? Intramurals, any sort of activity, when it's a competitive kind of situation. And then we started broadening. We thought, well, Caroline might not have been considered an athlete until she started running half marathons. Maybe we do this for all the students. And he goes, and maybe we do it for all of Georgia, because he's in an association for the athletic directors for the state of Georgia. And then we said, well, how about for the Southeast? And so it started growing.
Proceeds from Run for Caro go directly to the Smith Family Cardiac Foundation, which equips facilities with AEDs, testing mechanisms, and education resources on heart conditions.
It's about a month ago. Bryce Stanfield died here. And as a mother who's been through that, I know a tiny, tiny piece of what that family must have to be going through, and my heart just breaks. And I don't know anything about anything, but it sounded kind of cardiac to me. And there are tests, and these could have alerted us with some of these tests. At which point, it built a fire under us, that if we have the mobility, the possibility of being able to predict or being able to test ahead of time and get ahead of the curve, we need to be doing it.
The Smiths are on a mission to prevent crisis before it strikes, and with the Furman community's support, they know it is possible.
This family is shedding some color on a dark topic. I'm Blythe Novick reporting for the Nightly News. Back to you, Lexia.
We're proud to have such resilient people in the Furman community that are truly making a difference. Caroline was a comm studies major. She and her family will always be part of ours at the Nightly News. Up next, let us march into the spring sports season with Ella Harrison. Ella? Thanks, Lexia. First up, some new rules in North Carolina may affect some Furman students. Even though the Dens aren't dancing, March Madness is now in full swing, and Furman students just got a whole new stake in the game when it comes to watching the tournament. Cole Morehead has the story.
On March 11th, online sports betting sites like DraftKings and FanDuel became legal in the state of North Carolina. Signed into law in June 2023, House Bill 347, the sports wagering bill, expanded North Carolinians' ability to not just wager at sportsbooks and casinos, but from anywhere on their mobile devices.
This legislation allows the state of North Carolina to regulate it and to put safeguards on it, as well as providing funding for helping people with problem gambling.
What does this mean for Furman students? This means that students over the age of 21 can drive just 25 minutes to the North Carolina border to go legally gamble on their favorite teams for upcoming events like March Madness.
Very excited that Governor Cooper has come around and decided to legalize sports betting. I've been watching sports for a long period of my life, and I really enjoy being able to bet now, and I can maybe even win some money.
Funds raised from legalized sports betting in North Carolina will go to fund the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, the North Carolina Division of Parks and Recreation, select underfunded North Carolina collegiate athletic programs, and the North Carolina Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council. While some people are excited about this change, people from states that haven't legalized gambling yet aren't so sure if they want it in theirs.
Like, I don't think sports gambling is the best way to expand into other states because of, like, certain, I guess, populations within the state would have, like, a big issue or a big problem, essentially.
Like it or not, sports betting is coming to a state near you. While the rewards can be massive, so can the effects of gambling addiction. Call the North Carolina Problem Gambling Helpline at 877-718-5543 for help with gambling addiction. Reporting for the Nightly News, this is Cole Morehead.
Thanks, Cole. I know some of you guys may cash in on the tournament. Now, let's take a look at what our own teams have been up to. Women's lacrosse is back to winning as they travel to North Carolina Saturday to take on Queens. They handed out a royal beatdown, winning the match 13-11. They also traveled down to Gainesville Tuesday to play against the 11th ranked Florida Gators. The Lady Dens fell to the Gators 7-23. The women's tennis team has been serving up aces lately. They defeated the Sanford Bulldogs at home on Sunday 6-1. They also caged the Terriers in a dominating fashion at home on Wednesday, winning their match 6-1. Men's tennis was on the road this past weekend as they faced off against UAB Saturday. They lost in a tight matchup 1-4. They then traveled to Sanford on Sunday where they lost 2-5. Men's golf traveled to Myrtle Beach this week for the General Hackler Championship. Furman finished the tournament in third place, beating out SoCon rivals ETSU and Chattanooga. Sophomore Clark Akers led the Paladins as he finished in third place with a score of 6 under. With the start of Women's History Month, I wanted to showcase some of our outstanding female athletes. So take a trip with me to the soccer field. In professional soccer, only 10% of all shots end up in the goal. The likelihood of a high school female athlete competing at the Division I level for soccer is even lower than that, 2.4%. Two families at Furman are defying those odds.
My dad, he has a flag at our house called House Divided, and it's half Furman and half Mercer, and I think that just perfectly describes it because there is like a rivalry there, but like we're all on the same team.
Just 2 years after senior Hannah Farr started at Furman, her younger sister Sydney joined the SoCon soccer scene at Mercer.
Also like a competitive aspect to it because we both wanted to be the better sister.
First Gutierrez to play for Coach Burr and the Furman soccer team. Because of their sister, Furman was initially put on the back burner for the pair.
I was like, oh, it's my sister's school, I don't want to go there.
Viviana even went to another school for a semester before transferring to Furman.
Honestly, out of spite to just do something different than my sisters, because I didn't want that to be my identity at a school, and I wanted to make a name for myself.
But the culture of the Furman family is something the Gutierrez sisters felt they couldn't find anywhere else.
Many people get to say that, you know, you and your two sisters got to play at the same school, and I also had the chance of being able to be on the same team with my older sister and my younger sister.
So far, the sisters have been successful in making their own mark on the program.
I've always been a little different from my sisters, and everybody has noticed that. So, just like even in soccer, like they're both left-footed, I'm right-footed. It's kind of peaceful knowing that we all kind of went through the same journey, but with different aspects incorporated in it as well.
Farr feels that her family's work ethic is evident in her success and her sister's success as female athletes, even though they chose different schools.
The oldest sister, so that's always in the back of my mind. Like, I want to be a good role model for them, and it kind of makes me happy that Cindy, you know, followed in the same path and like doing the D1 athlete thing.
These soccer sisters have certainly made their mark on SoCon soccer and showcased the success of female athletes this Women's History Month. Lexia, do you have any siblings? I do. I have one other brother, actually, so I can definitely relate to the competitive nature of all of that. I can, too. My sister is on the cheer team at Wofford, and then my little brother is going to be on the cheer team at Clemson next year, so we know all about competition, but I'm very lucky to have them so close to me. Very much. And speaking of being lucky, St. Patrick's Day was just this last week. Did you do anything fun? I did not. I didn't either, but some people downtown were having a great time, and we're going to leave you with some footage of this past weekend's St. Patrick's Day parade.